Here in Genesis 26, it says there was a famine in the land besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went to Abimelech, the king of the Philistines in Gerar. And the Lord appeared to him and said, "Do not go to Egypt. Live in the land which I shall tell you. Dwell in this land. I will be with you and bless you. For you and your descendants I will give all the lands, and I will perform the oath which I swore to Abraham your father. And I will make your descendants multiply as the stars of heaven. I will give your descendants all these lands, and your seed, all nations will be blessed." Or in your seed, all nations will be blessed on the earth. Because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. So Isaac dwelt in Gerar in the land. So here's the thing that we learn from this. When there's famine, typically what would happen is if there was famine in Israel, they would go down to Egypt because they had tributaries. The Nile River, they had two tributaries, and there would always be water and there would always be vegetation and cattle. Abraham, when he first got in the land, there was famine, and he went to Egypt, if you remember. And so in this particular case, the covenant with Abraham was sealed, and so Isaac was a party to that covenant, just like we're a party to a covenant sealed by Jesus. So God told Isaac, "Don't move, stay where you're at, I'll bless you." Now there's famine, there's no water. What you do when there's no water is you don't sow your seed. You hold back your seed for a time when you do see water or rain coming. And so what we see here in Genesis 26 and verse 12, it says, "Then Isaac sowed in the land and reaped the same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. The man began to prosper and continued prospering until he became very prosperous, for he had possessions of flocks and possessions of herds and great numbers of servants, so the Philistines envied him." Now the Philistines had stopped up wells which his father's servant had dug in the land of Abraham his father, and had filled them with earth. And Abimelech said to Isaac, "Go away from us, for you are much mightier than we." And Isaac departed from where he had pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar, and dwelt there. And Isaac dwelt again, dug again wells of water, and brought forth water. And so what do we see here? We aren't trapped by the world economy and the markets. We're not trapped by supply and demand. If you start strategizing your gift based on what's going to happen, or what market conditions are, or what even your earnings are, or what's going to happen to your sales commissions, you have lost faith in God as your provider. I know it's a difficult thing. I know it is. But in this particular case, there was famine in the land. There was no rain. The ground was getting hard. And so that you would hold on to your seed until you seen rain again. Isaac sowed in the land when others weren't. So he got 100-fold from his seed that he planted, which means he was the only guy that had product to sell. And so God blessed him in a famine. If there's a depression, we continue to sow. If there's famine, we continue to sow. Because we aren't our own provider. God is our provider. God is the one that provides for us. And there will always be a way, even if he brings water from a rock or multiplies a bag of groceries. There was always a way with God. So we continue to give because that's who we are and that's what we do. Well, thank you for watching today. It's been a great series this last week. I pray you enjoyed it. Please share, follow, and like this message. Make a comment. And then please pray about becoming a partner with us. For $25 a month or more, we build curriculums. We build workbooks and videos that go with the workbooks for small groups, community groups, Sunday school, churches, and individuals. So you can go to our website, become a member. You have to be a free member. It doesn't cost you anything. You can watch any video and download any workbook and learn for yourself the Word of God. And we have 8 of those. We want to build more next year, and that's why we're asking for